What is up, all you beautiful people? Welcome back to Take It to the House. My name is Zach, and I am joined with Thatcher and Elijah, aka Tarzan, as always. Hope you guys had a lovely weekend with championship games, as well as some other sports-related stuff has been going on. But today we're going to be going over the AFC and NFC championship games, as well as some coaching hirings that have happened last time we recorded, especially the one after we got done recording last week, which came out literally an hour after. And then we're just kind of gonna go off of what we go off of, and we'll talk about other stuff if we need to. But how are you guys doing? I know I just saw you guys yesterday, but how are we today?
Elijah? I'm doing all right, or I was doing all right until I found out that we do not have the
The
closest
closest
stadium
stadium to the Chili's.
Now I'm like completely distraught. So
For
also
those of-
happy Hugh Jackson Day.
Happy Hugh Jackson Day.
Yeah.
But this will be on a TikTok for the whole Chili's thing. Go check out our TikTok. Also our other social medias, Instagram, not Snapchat, excuse me, Twitter, and our TikTok, obviously. So, well, Thatcher, how are we?
Good. Just grinding away. Got homework done today. Got another dentist appointment. Annoying, but it's fine. Then got soccer practice.
Do you have a
Then go
cavity?
to the gym. Huh?
Do you have a cavity?
It was an old cavity that they had filled, and then the filling came out. So they have to fill it
Oh,
again.
That's
But it was a filling from like 2 years ago. I'm like, come on, y'all.
That's
rough.
rough.
Nah, good. Atleti won. Arsenal won. The Saints don't play football, so it's a good day.
Do you guys have any Pro Bowlers?
We have
We do
one.
now.
We have one, I believe.
We have Rashid Shaheed for special teams, and then we
Oh,
have
yeah, we too.
and then we have Eric McCoy, I think, just got called up today because of which, like, the Pro Bowl just doesn't even matter anymore. I mean,
Oh,
it
no
didn't
one
really
cares.
ever matter, but now that it's flag football, right?
Yeah.
Literally
I
nobody cares.
really don't like the flag football rules.
Imagine
So
paying to go to a
dumb,
flag football game.
right? You might as well just make it free or like $20 to get in.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
How many Pro Bowlers do you guys have, Zach?
We have Surtain and Marvin Mims because he's a special teams. I don't think Simmons got selected this year.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
What
Dude,
about
shout out to Amon-Ra for getting finally. I mean, even though he's an alternate, he should have been it anyways.
yeah?
Oh, my bad. We got Demario Davis too, so we have three:
Three.
Ooh, that's a dub.
McCoy, Davis, and Rashid Shaheed.
Rashid Shaheed.
Elijah, what about you guys?
I think we have seven or
I was
eight.
gonna
Seven?
say.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, they had a really good year.
Is Joe Flacco one of them?
No.
That'd be fire.
What the
Joe
heck?
Flacco legacy
No,
game.
Flacco
in the
is not
Pro
one
Bowl
of them.
flag football game,
That's stupid.
bro.
Mostly
Joe
on
Flacco legacy
defense.
game.
Mostly on defense in our line.
Yeah,
So
bro. Myles Garrett coming at you even in flag football, terrifying.
that wants to be more scary because then he
Yeah,
probably
because-
just will tackle you anyway.
Valid. I wonder if players will tackle each other anyways. I would do
They
it.
should. They
I
should.
think they will. I think they will.
Flag football is stupid for the Pro Bowl. Can't believe that's even a thing.
I know.
It is fun to play though.
Yeah, but I prefer regular football.
We need to grab a group of friends and go play flag football.
Nah, F it. We're playing real football if we're grabbing a group of friends. Dude, friends can tackle each other. If it was like strangers, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Okay. The reason me and Thatcher are in baseball jerseys today is because the cover athlete for the show
actually,
came out
not really.
yesterday.
You
But-
can make that excuse. I just wore it
I make
'cause-
that excuse all the time. But anyway,
And I
Vladdy
don't have
Guerrero
my J
Jr.
Ram jersey, so
Yeah. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. is our cover athlete for the show, 24.
Boo.
boo.
Should have been
Boo.
Acuna.
Boo.
We wanted Acuna.
It should have been J Ram.
or J Ram.
Or
One of the
J-Ram.
two. But anyway, we're getting off track. But championship games. We're gonna start out with Chiefs and
Boo.
Baltimore.
Also, boo.
Yeah,
Very
also
much
boo.
boo.
But we're gonna start out with the AFC. The Chiefs are heading to the Super Bowl for the 5th time in 6 seasons. They have won. No,
No, fourth time
fourth,
in five.
fourth,
time in
They've
fourth
been
time in
in,
5.
they've been in 5 out of the last 6
6
AFC championships.
Yeah. There we go. But 4 of the last 5. One of those losses being to Tampa when Tom Brady first signed with the Buccaneers, but they went the year before that against San Fran. And now they will face San Fran again this year in Vegas, but we will preview the Super Bowl next week's episode. But we're going to go over the championship games real quick. But Baltimore, man, they had no really offense until literally the fourth quarter. What happened?
And even in
Like,
the fourth quarter, like they just choked every opportunity they had going down. Now, I think one of the stories that a lot of people want to say is that the officiating was really bad. It was, but
it
Baltimore
was.
did not play well enough to win the game, regardless.
No.
Like
I mean, and
the
then
officiating was really bad. There were some calls that I'm just like, oh my gosh. They were like total Taylor Swift calls, but at the same time, like if you don't play well enough to win the game, you don't deserve to win the game.
right. Right. And like, yeah, there's like two or three missed PI calls that were pretty obvious. I mean, the interception Lamar threw in triple coverage, there was PI.
Yeah, but still, he
And
probably shouldn't be throwing into triple coverage.
nah, he shouldn't. He shouldn't. And that's just like a basic cover two, man. Like two. Like you have two safeties back there as well.
It was just so bad. I was just like, oh man.
And especially when you're coming into that game, leading the league in rushing as well as a team, and you hold Lamar to like 36 yards rushing, kind of nets. But I'm gonna give props to the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs. He's been doing a really, really great job with that defense, though, because their defense has been kind of elite in some cases this year, especially now in playoffs where they've been elite, especially against Buffalo, as I think was a big one as well. But although they missed the field goal, but the Chiefs defensive coordinator's done a really great job game planning against Baltimore just because of their
Well, and
rushing.
McDuffie's had a really
And a McDuffie too.
Mm-hmm.
that defense.
So,
I mean, I think that if they win the Super Bowl, the defense is gonna be the reason they win the Super Bowl. That
dude,
defense has been playing really, really well.
yeah, definitely. Elijah, what do you have to say?
I think you guys know my opinion on Lamar
Lamar
Jackson.
Jackson is still running back in for the
He-
ball, and then I told you so. That's
I mean,
his argument.
he hasn't proved himself to be anything more than a regular season quarterback.
There you go. That's fine. Regular
That's fine.
season quarterback. That's fine.
I mean, it's true though, right?
No, the regular season part, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I still disagree with you always calling him only a running back, but
I mean, if you put his quarterbacking ability, take away his legs, put his quarterbacking ability against the other top 5 quarterbacks in the league, he is not anywhere close.
Right.
Okay, who are your top 5 if you're saying that?
Joe Burrow.
Okay. He
Patrick
also has rushing
Mahomes.
ability.
Yeah, but
He also has rushing.
I'm not saying that they can't have rushing ability. I'm saying just take away the rushing ability and just base it solely on their quarterbacking ability.
Okay. So who are the other 5?
There
Who
you
are the
go.
other 3? Who are the other 3 of the 5? That's what I meant.
Okay, so you got Joe Burrow,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got
And
Mahomes.
Lamar, you got Joe Burrow, Mahomes. Lamar is technically a top 5 quarterback, but
you're saying the other ones, yeah.
Yeah, he's part of the list that you're comparing to. You'd probably say Tua is a top 5 quarterback. I know you would kind of be iffy on that.
I'm
Josh
iffy about it.
Allen.
Okay, but the Josh Allen thing, you can't say that if you're taking away players' leg ability because Josh is like one of the higher rushing quarterbacks in the league too.
But he still can throw better than Lamar.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's got a point.
I think he can throw better, but I think like that, but like I understand what you're trying to say, where it's like if you take away the rushing, but at the same time, how many of the top quarterbacks in the league also use their legs enough to make them valuable as a runner too?
Right. Yeah, but they're not relying solely on their running abilities to make the majority of their plays.
I feel like Josh Allen does though.
Josh Allen kind of does, yeah.
Yeah.
But he also is like just a big body dude. He can.
Yeah, and Hurts, but
Hurts. Yeah, but Hurts is kind of like
yeah.
And also,
no, but I see what you mean. Like
but
in terms of pure passer, he's not the best.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. That's totally fair.
I mean, you got to be fair to the Eagles playbook. We really wasn't like 4 plays, so.
Yeah, I was like push, Hail Mary, HB dive,
and curls.
4 verts, curls. There you go. We have now run the Philadelphia Eagles offense.
Good night. But I like your list, Elijah. But I'm gonna have to say because I want to give.
I'd put Purdy over Tua,
Okay,
but
that's
I
a
was
fair
just
one too.
yeah, that was
I
just
would say
it.
that's a little iffy too, though. Honestly, just
If we're going off his stats, he was the top quarterback
yeah.
passing wise in the league this year. So
For me, I would have to say Joe Burrow, Mahomes, even though I
okay,
hate Mahomes' butt, but
yep.
I would say T-Law's up there, honestly. And same with
Mm.
Jared Goff. But
Mm.
my fifth one
Ooh, Jared Goff. Yeah, that's a good one.
is kind of iffy. I would say Jordan Love's up there too. It's
You think
between
Jordan
Jordan.
Love's top five?
I'm not saying he's top five. I think he could be top five. I would say put him like six. But my fifth
I
one,
would
I
take
don't.
Stroud over Love though.
I would,
Oh,
yeah, I would say
100%.
I would say
Yeah.
CJ Stroud would be my
Ooh,
five right now.
Stroud.
So
Hold
I was
up.
gonna say my five would probably
Hold up.
be Mahomes, Burrow. Like right now, Mahomes, Burrow.
Are we talking about
Um,
throwing ability or just overall quarterbacks?
Throwing.
are we talking about throwing ability?
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm kind
Okay,
of
then
confused. Okay.
I'll still go Mahomes, Burrow, not Burrow, Mahomes. I'll still go Mahomes, Burrow, and then probably Jared Goff in terms of like when Jared Goff has time, he throws a really nice football. I would also put Stafford in there just in terms of throwing ability.
Oh, I forgot about
He
Stafford
can
too.
throw it a really pretty ball, and then probably Stroud. Um, because I think is it just like I don't feel like Josh Allen's like that pure of a thrower.
He's
Like
not
Mm-mm.
that,
he's
like
not accurate at all. He just has a bomb, like an arm that can throw bombs.
right. That's what I'm saying. So it's like I would say I would rather have like a Matthew Stafford who can like he's more precision type thrower
Hmm.
than
He's
when Stafford's fully healthy, he throws a really good ball.
I
Right.
don't think he was out once this year.
Stafford?
Uh-uh. I don't think he was out once this year.
I
No,
think
that's
he
a
was
lie.
out
That's
a
a lie
game.
because they played Brett Ripp in one game. That's a lie.
That's right. And
The
he was
year,
out for a minute in the game against the Lions, but not a whole game.
yeah, the year they won the Super Bowl, he played all 18 games because that was the first year of the 18 weeks or 18 games, 17 games, whatever. But
Yeah. No,
anyway,
I like all of those. I think Jordan Love is also a really good thrower.
honorable
Yeah.
Like
mention.
that game against the Cowboys. Wow.
Even in the Niners too.
Yeah, but I'm just there were some throws that he made against the Cowboys that made me like, whoa.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
Jordan Love and CJ Stroud have definitely gone into the at least the top seven for me,
Hmm.
I think so
you know,
too.
in the NFL.
I think Stroud is a little bit higher than Love for
Oh,
me.
for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. But
But I
Goff,
mean,
I think Love's more close to the top 10 and Stroud's more close to like top 7.
yeah.
yeah, I agree. I agree.
But
But
yeah,
but yeah,
NFC.
yeah, NFC. Elijah, we kind of nailed all your points. We're sorry, but
What?
um, for the AFC
Oh,
championship game, yeah. But we'll let you take the lead on this one. San Fran and Detroit. That first half of the game
bro,
was
is
obnoxiously on Detroit's side, and then they blew it. So
I was like depressed after this game. Like
Elijah, I wanna
legitimately so depressed.
let's let
see.
Elijah.
So obviously the Lions were my preferred team to win, right? Because they are very reminiscent of the Browns franchise. But with that being said, I am a Purdy homer, and I also am an Ohio State fan. So seeing Bosa and Chase Young way to the Super Bowl is very makes me very happy. Um, and so I don't know. I think Alex Smith made a very good point. I actually wrote an article about this. Um, like when Cam Newton said that Purdy was a game manager, and Alex Smith was like, you know, as the unofficial president of the game managers club, he's not allowed in, and because his stats prove otherwise when he's passing downfield, you know, he's not really just like a check down Charlie type of guy. And obviously, you know, his weapons around him are incredible. You know, McCaffrey, arguably best running back in the league. He got Ayuk, got Debo, got Kittle. Um, but he can't help that. You know, you get you have what's around you, and you make the best work of what you got. Like Sam Darnold would not be doing what Brock Purdy would be doing with the same lineup.
Right.
And so I don't know. I'm happy for him, and I hope they beat the Chiefs because screw the Chiefs.
I agree. I
But
agree.
you know, but yeah, it was. I think it was a great game. I think it was a great game, and a tale of two halves, if I've ever seen one.
That onside
So
kick was really, really close.
It was
Yeah,
so
that was
close.
super close.
But even as they did recover the ball,
It wasn't. It hadn't gone 10 yards.
Yeah,
so they would have had to re-kick it.
Bro,
Right.
can you imagine the feeling, the limbs of like us thinking that the Lions got the onside kick and then they would have to do it again?
Mm-hmm.
my editor was at the game.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Dang.
Wow.
because he lives in California. So
Oh, I was so
One of you said this yesterday when we were all hanging out at Gardner. Sam Darnold is the only QB from 2018 draft to make it to the Super Bowl.
he
I
is.
don't
Yeah, that's
remember.
ridiculous.
I don't
Keep in mind
remember.
that's Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen.
Yeah,
Like, oh
I don't
man.
remember which one of you said it, but I know one of you did. I think it was Thatcher, or maybe
Might
it
have
was
been
like
Thatcher.
I
I
think it
don't
was
know. It probably was
Thatcher.
Thatcher. Yeah,
But
Probably. I think I had seen it posted and then I was like, guys,
right.
mhm.
look at this.
But I mean, Elijah, I do agree with you on the whole Purdy like weapons things. Like you get what you get, right? And look
Right.
at the Texans where they had Tank Dell and Brown and Nico Collins and Schultz. Like that's what
Right.
you get. Or like the Saints with Carr having Thomas, Olave, Juwan John. I don't remember who your tight end is. I'm sorry, but and Rashid Shaheed. And then Denver's got like Cortland and Jerry Judy and Marvin
Right.
Mims. Like that's like what you got, and it's just like you get what you get and you make it the best out of it. In some cases, it hasn't worked for some quarterbacks in the league right now, but I think it's definitely improving a little bit. I mean, you're getting weapons for a quarterback for a reason to adjust and also
Yeah.
hit the other guys too, because you want
Like,
depth at.
I don't think weapons should take away from a quarterback's ability
No, of
at
course
all.
not.
So
Thatcher, do you have any
I know Thatcher is not a
I
Purdy
still think
homer.
Purdy is like so mid, but that's okay. I just want to say that the biggest play of the game was an overthrown pass that went off of the Detroit's face mask to bounce into
Bro.
Ayuk's hands. Like, just gonna say that. It wasn't like a Purdy bomb. It was literally should have been picked off, hit off the
I,
guy's face.
I will say though,
But
as a wide receiver, that is an incredible play by Ayuk.
yeah, no, for sure. Well, what I didn't I tell you? I'm like Ayuk's their best player
Yeah,
or like their
exactly.
best weapon.
Right.
Ayuk should be receiver one, Debo receiver two. Just the
Well,
amount of times that
the
Debo has
reality is
been
they're not gonna be able to
injured.
keep both of them. So
No, I
because you're
bet you.
eventually gonna have to pay Purdy
Right.
Yeah, I bet you
if you think he's the guy.
they need to let Debo walk, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
If they
I
were
think-
smart, they'd let Debo walk, but they're gonna let Ayuk walk.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
So, but what I was gonna say in terms of the game is like I don't think any team that isn't actively my team has made me more sad after a game than the Detroit Lions. I was so sad, bro. And it was just like, oh, it was so bad. But no, I think the reality is everybody's gonna say, "Oh my gosh, you should have kicked field goals. That's why you lost the game." First of all, I agree that Dan Campbell should be kicking field goals. He can't go for it on every fourth down ever. Like I saw a meme on NFL memes where it's like Dan Campbell when it's 4th and 40 from his own 10-yard line, gritting his teeth. Like it's just you just can't do that, and you have to be smart because NFL and all of sports are a game of momentum. And you could tell that once the Niners came out and got that field goal, the momentum started ramping up a bit. And it's like if you would have kicked that field goal, it could completely change the momentum of the game where you kind of just undid what they just did.
Right.
And like even at that point, I think that was the more important one rather than the one to tie the game. Because I think the Niners still would have gone on to win because their momentum was just so ridiculous. I mean, it's like I don't know how many of viewers or whatever, how many play Madden, but there's like that momentum thing on Madden where once you start letting the other team get a lot of momentum, it physically makes the game difficult. That's what it's like. And you can't let a team get that much momentum or it's just going to spill all over. And so that's what happened. And I just think it was so surprising to the drop off, like the drop off for me between the first half and the second half. But the one thing I will say, first of all, credit to the Lions for even getting there. Like, let's just say that real quick. Cause like that's the first time they've done that in like forever, like it's been a fat minute. So that's awesome. But I would also say,
1957.
yeah. So, and then
Henry
also
Walker
credit to the
wasn't
Niners
born.
for completely turning the game around in the second half. But then lastly, if the Niners play that way against the Chiefs, they will not win. I can
Oh
tell you
yeah,
that.
I was about to say
They
that
let the
too.
Chiefs go in with a halftime lead that big, which I don't think they will, but if they do, you're losing that game. Mahomes is not going to blow a 17-point lead. Not
Yeah,
gonna
and
happen.
especially when you have 2 weeks to prepare for the game too.
Right. Mahomes and Reed and Kelsey and like they will not let a 17-point lead slip away.
Taylor
So
Swift will game plan the Chiefs game plan.
Taylor Swift may not even there's Taylor Swift's gonna have to like barely make it to the Super Bowl. Did you know that?
Yeah,
She's in Japan on the 10th and then the Super Bowl's on the 11th. So
but
she's just gonna have to get there really quick.
the thing is that they're 17 hours ahead. So
Yeah, she'll
by
make
the
it there in
time,
time, but it's gonna be brutal.
yeah, it would be very brutal. Or she gets in like Saturday night or something. I don't know. Sorry, that's a bleep. But
Also, I will say I'm happy for my grandma because she's a lifelong Niners fan, and she has a big crush on Joe Montana. So I'm happy she can watch him in the
You
Super
love
Bowl.
to see it.
yeah, you love to see it. But
Also, quick note to Niner fans out there. There's a specific one I'm trying to get at here. Don't give up on your team at halftime. That'd be great for the rest of us too, because it's annoying as hell when you're blowing up my phone telling me that the game is over and
literally
it's
the
only the
first
second
two
half.
minutes too.
And also, when your team hasn't even touched the ball yet on offense and you're telling me the game's over, here's a bleep, Zach. Shut the fuck up. Honestly, I can't deal with it. So this is just a lesson to any sports fans out there to not give up on your team so early in the game. Thank you.
Unless you're the Denver Broncos playing the Miami Dolphins when they lost 70. They allowed 70 points. And that was it. Yeah,
Yeah, that was warranted.
that was warranted. But
Well, when it was like 50-0 at halftime or whatever, like you can give up then. But just saying.
there's an ambulance outside or something. Sorry. But yeah, like first 2 minutes, it's over. I'm like, shut up. You're an idiot. But I was at work too, and he's like calling me. I'm like, bro, I'm at work. What do you need?
I told this particular Niners fan to not text me during the Super Bowl. So,
We love you, bud, in general. But you need to
but
calm down.
and you need to just not give up so easily on your football team.
Facts.
Especially, well, what's confusing to me too, like they literally did the same thing against the Packers. Like they were losing to the Packers like all game and then came back and won. I just don't.
It was definitely a little bit closer though. I think.
Yeah, but still, like just calm down.
Yeah. And I told him last week too. If you guys play like this against the Lions, you guys are gonna get screwed. And they
And
did.
they
Almost
did
did.
for the first half.
They
yeah.
did for the first half. So, but my takeaways in this game, Goff definitely deserves an extension. He probably played his best season of football this year. And then obviously like the first time since he's been on the Rams, and then they made the Super Bowl and that bull crap PI. But yeah, that's literally kind of gonna do for championship games. We have some coaching hires to talk about a little bit. The one that happened right as we got done recording,
Bro, so annoying. I got
I
like through
literally-
the dentist's office and I was like,
I literally called it too. Like, watch him get hired after we get done recording, and it
that's what
happened.
happens. That's
Yep.
what happens.
So, the Chargers have hired Jim Harbaugh. Harbaugh is so ecstatic to start working with Herbert, and he met Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Joey Bosa,
Zach, real quick, you know the G is silent, right?
and what Harbaugh?
Yeah, Harbaugh.
Yeah. I just say Harbaugh. But
Listen, it's fine because I hate Jim Harbaugh, so go ahead.
But
whatever.
he was really ecstatic to work with all these players, especially Herbert, just because he's been the Chargers quarterback before. So before coaching the Niners. I don't remember if we went over this last week, but Brian Callahan is now the coach of the Titans.
Yeah, we said it
Yeah.
quickly. Yeah.
But this is the one that happened the day after we recorded. Raheem Morris is now the Falcons head coach. So no Belichick for the Falcons. So
Belichick's probably won't coach this year.
I did
No.
hear it sounds like there was a really big split in the Falcons organization over Belichick.
Mhm.
And it sounds like they just weren't sure if they wanted to give him that much control, which valid. Like homie could not draft positions to save his life.
Oh.
So valid. But
Yeah.
I don't know. This was a weird hire for me. But he also took the Rams OC with him, right?
the Rams passing coordinator.
Passing coordinator. Yeah,
It's
Zach
It's
Robinson.
me. It's me,
Yeah.
guys. I'm now on the Falcons. No. They spell it
do think-
ZAC.
I do think though that the Patriots, and I know we haven't mentioned it yet, But the Patriots made the right hire.
I think we did mention it, but they hired Jared
Jared
Mayo.
Mayo. Yeah.
So now they're building his staff. The Buccaneers also took the Buccaneers offensive coordinator.
Hmm?
Dave,
You mean the Panthers?
or sorry, yeah, the Panthers. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Dave
The Panthers
Canales.
took Dave Canales and the quarterback coach.
Yep. And then this happened today. The Seahawks hired Mike McDonald
Youngest head
today,
coach in the NFL right now.
youngest head coach in the NFL, 36. But the only head coaching vacancy left is the Commanders. And I believe that is between Aaron Glenn, Belichick, and there's one more I'm missing off the top of my head. Vrabel. I think
Mhm.
that will be one of the three.
I think the Seahawks should have hired Vrabel.
I think so too. Honestly, I think
Yeah.
that yeah. But and then I had one more thing to say and I forgot. I got it. Arthur Smith is now the offensive coordinator for the Steelers. Got hired this weekend. Or no, yesterday. Yesterday for us. So that's
Also,
kind
one
of
more thing.
yeah.
Ben Johnson is most likely going to have a hard time becoming a head coach now.
Yeah, but
Uh,
respect to him for staying, even though we know why.
Respect to him for staying, even though it's a kind of a scummy reason for why he had an agreement in place with the Commanders for 4 years. And then he upped his demands to 6 years and then told them as they were going to visit him that he was no longer wanting to do the
Interesting.
job.
Yeah. I think the other thing is too, it's like it's from what we saw from reports, it's just like he's not about the money. He likes the culture in Detroit or something like that.
Well, I
But
mean, he's about the money,
mhm,
but also, I mean, and I don't blame him. You can't blame anyone for wanting to get the bag, especially going into such a terrible situation as the Commanders are. You want to make sure that you have enough time. 6 years is plenty of time, I think, to build the culture, get the
and
team
that's what they
playoff
gave Mike McDonald too.
right. And so I don't know. And I think honestly, so I saw a report earlier that that's the reason why the Commanders are having such a hard time hiring a head coach is because they're the only team that is not willing to hand out 6 year contracts.
Yeah, and then they just swapped ownership as well. That
Right.
Snyder sold the team this year, and
But
they're
that would be a
now.
positive thing.
I
That's
feel
a
like it
positive
would,
because
yeah,
Snyder, it's the GM. It's the GM that is being very stingy.
yeah. So
He's
a
wanting to do
bit
it
of an
patrol.
update on GMs as well. The Patriots still don't have a GM because Belichick was basically the GM.
Mhm.
Tom Telesco is now the Raiders GM. That happened a week and a
What a
half ago.
stupid
They well,
hire.
so they hired their coach before their GM,
Hmm.
which
Yeah.
we didn't mention that last week either. But
Well,
Pierce
because
is back.
Telesco was their former GM. They rehired him
Right.
Yeah,
It's
after
just
because
he
he was
weird.
failed them the first time around. It doesn't
yeah
make any
because
sense.
he was on the Chargers and he got fired when Staley got fired. So now
Right.
he's back with Vegas, or I
Yeah.
guess when he was in Oakland, whatever. But
Yeah.
then you have Adam Peters, who went to the Commanders a few weeks ago. He was the Niners assistant GM. Panthers just hired Dan Morgan, and then the Chargers just got Joe Horitz. He was the in Baltimore, I think the assistant GM as well. So he went from one Harbaugh to another Harbaugh. Sorry, I keep saying G, but
You're good.
um, yeah, Patriots are the only one without a GM. I think when Kraft decides to hire one, which I don't know if they will. I think Kraft might take GM duties.
Did the Panthers hire their GM?
Yeah, Dan Morgan.
Oh, okay.
But
Also, speaking of Baltimore, oh, wait, do we have anything more else? Do we have anything else with football? Okay. Speaking of Baltimore, they got new owners.
the
So
Orioles.
props to them. The Orioles got new owners, and they might actually be competitive now. So
How do you
if only the Guardians could get a new owner.
so Elijah is a Guardians and a Diamondbacks fan, basically.
I'm a Guardians fan, but like just because I live in Arizona, I go to the Diamondbacks games. So I guess you could consider me a Diamondbacks fan, but it's not like I don't have a jersey or anything like that.
How do you feel about Jock Peterson coming to the Diamondbacks?
I'm excited to watch him.
That's a good
I am
game.
so excited to watch him in Chase Field. Man, this I think and baseball in general, like the vibes around it are
We're almost
immaculate.
there, guys.
We're
We're almost
almost
there.
there.
We're really almost there.
And so, like, because this is a great luxury with living in Arizona is that I can catch spring training
Yeah, are you gonna
pretty
go
much for the
out?
entirety. Yeah, probably. I go every year to watch the Guardians play.
Nice.
Are you gonna go out
Last
during President's Weekend? Because I know it starts around that time.
Hmm?
Doesn't it? When does spring training start again?
I don't know.
I think it is right around President's Day weekend.
No, it's the 22nd.
I might catch some during spring break.
It's the next weekend.
I might catch some during spring break because like last year I took in more baseball than I ever have. I caught like 3 Guardian spring training games. I saw Mike Trout play, um, Angels game, and then I
Who
saw
do the Guardians play this year in spring training?
well, we have like that. What's that thing with like all the top prospects, like the next thing
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever?
The Top's next.
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah.
Hey,
So I think we
you guys get to
play.
play us.
Yeah, we play you.
Because you play the Reds, the Mariners, the Padres, the A's, D-backs. There you go. That's perfect. You get to see both.
Right.
Angels, Dodgers, Royals, Cubs, Giants, Mariners again, Brewers.
But some spring
Yeah.
training games or some spring training venues are out of like the reach. Like the Guardians one is in Goodyear, so that's about as far
There are
as we'll go.
so many. Like, it's kind of crazy how many spring training games there are.
Yeah, bro,
Man,
it's
it's
You
basically
start-
a
such a
month.
blast.
It's
You know
basically
that-
a month.
The you know that you guys play us relatively early in the season too again.
Again,
Yeah, so you play the A's your first 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you play us your next 4.
lovely. Are
It's
we
gonna be so
in
fun.
Cleveland or in Seattle?
I think in Cleveland.
Okay, good. And also, guys, I can bet on sports
No,
in 2 weeks'
in
time.
Seattle. My bad.
In 2 weeks' time,
Heck
I can
yeah.
bet on sports.
Elijah's
Wow.
21 in 2 weeks. Believe it or not.
Yeah,
like how
exactly
I-
2 weeks.
I like how I go on the MLB page for ESPN and it says the Shohei tracker still.
Where's he gonna go?
Do they
Where's
know
he gonna
something
go?
that we don't
LA?
know?
Oh wait, he's already on it. I'm gonna be so annoyed
That's
with the
speaking of
Dodgers
that.
this
That's going to
year.
be really cool to see the Dodgers and the Padres in the Seal series.
Oh yeah,
It's going to be really
100%.
cool. Padres are going to get smoked.
I'm
Sorry,
gonna-
Zach. I know you're a Padres fan, but
No, I'm a Giants fan. First of
no,
all,
no, my other friend Zach,
I was like,
he's a Padres.
I'm
fan.
like, you see that
I was like,
flag
come
over
on,
there?
we know this.
You see that flag over there?
my friend Zach watches all the podcast episodes. So
Oh,
Is he
thanks,
the one
buddy.
that lives in Germany? Because we need whoever our German
Lives
listener
in
is,
Germany?
Shout out to our
No.
German
Yeah, we have
He lives
listeners
in-
in Germany.
what?
Yeah.
There's one German listener, so shout
Hallo,
out.
mein Freund von Deutschland.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah.
Something Germany.
Just like he just says something completely dirty. He's like, you are
no,
this.
no. I just said hello, my friend from Germany.
Guys, by the way, I feel really bad. My dentist appointment was at 2 and not 4, so I have to reschedule
Oh,
it.
bro.
Because last week's was at 4, and so I thought when I was there and I scheduled the one for today, I thought I just said same day, same time. And
Can
I'm
we
like,
do
okay,
an-
Kurt, cool.
Can we do an in-episode dentist cleaning like right here? With
Yeah,
the
just
camera on you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, the one is like all the way back here. Dude, I'm so annoyed. I feel so bad.
Listen to the schedule real quick for the Giants. San Diego, the first 4.
This is the regular season.
Yeah, regular season.
Okay.
First half of the regular season. San Diego, the first 4 at San Diego. And then we go to play 3 games at LA.
You know
Ooh.
what though?
Ew.
And
You
then
know
we
what,
played
though?
San Diego again.
At
for
least you're in
2 more
California.
games.
At
Well,
least you're in California.
Well, and you know what though? To get those games out of the way early,
That's true.
better.
That's true.
We haven't made any signings really.
So we
You
start with
guys got that goated center fielder. You'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine. But
we
we
start
still need
with,
to we need to address shortstop still because I don't know if Casey Smith's it.
Listen, our top signing has been Austin Hedges, so stop complaining.
my team has been making more
I
signings than
know.
all of yours.
And
I
trades.
know. And trades.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why didn't the
Listen.
Guardians go after Jock? That's so annoying.
Why didn't the
Dude,
Mariners go after Jock?
The
I was
Diamondbacks
surprised
got
too. I
Jock.
thought
You
they
should be
would.
happy about that stuff.
I'm a Guardians fan.
Like, would you rather have him on your first favorite team or second favorite team? I don't know.
Second. No, kidding.
No, yeah. I'm surprised that my teams have made more signings. But the thing is I think that overall, like Zach's their big ticket one is better than all of ours combined. So
Yeah. My last hope is Jorge Soler.
My last hope is Cody Bellinger.
my last hope is to just not lose anybody else. I'm good right
You don't
now.
even need Cody Bellinger. You have the guy from Korea. Oh my god.
We need to replace Jock.
You're gonna sign Cody Bellinger to hit DH.
No. Oh wait, he didn't play. Jock didn't play outfield last year.
Bro, Jock was literally DH.
Yeah, Jock's
like
playing
almost
DH.
every
I
game
forgot
because his
about that.
outfield is
Yeah, that's
so
true.
bad.
I don't even know who's
Okay,
going to be our
guys.
designated this year.
I want your top prediction since we're in baseball mode. I want
Yeah.
your top prediction for the season. For your team and
So
then
one for your team and then one for not.
just in general. Yeah.
I'm not going first.
Elijah, go first since you pitched the question.
Oh, see, the person who pitches the question does not go first. That's not the rules.
Well, the roles are reversed.
No.
Uno reverse back to you.
That's why I asked because I wanted to think about it. And
So you're like, I'm gonna give you guys no time to
Yes.
think. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
that's not how it works.
okay, well, let's think. Let's think for a second.
Think tank.
Think tank.
I think I have one for my team.
All right, you go.
So the NL West is going to be really tough this year, right?
Oh,
So-
I thought that was your prediction. I'm like,
Oh,
wow,
like-
that was awful.
Like that's a.
I
that's a
don't-
statement,
I
sir.
don't.
That's
I'm going to be honest. I don't know what the Giants will do. It just kind of depends on how the season starts and how it ends in the first half. But I'm hoping the Giants at least get third, at least because we finished
Third.
fourth in the NL West last year.
Is that your prediction or is that a hope?
I hope we actually make the playoffs.
Okay, but you need to give a prediction.
My prediction is that the Giants are going to suck ass this year.
yo. That's the worst prediction.
But
That's
I do-
So sad.
My non-team prediction.
for my team is that they're going to be bad.
Yo.
At least he's a realist, man.
Yeah,
that's true.
I don't like our roster.
I mean,
this
you
year.
are in the hardest division in baseball. So.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's not even really close. Like,
No.
there's not a close
I
second.
I think the Diamondbacks will make it back to the World Series this year.
Whoa.
You think they will?
Dan,
Mhm.
you're dropping a bomb.
Whoa.
Wow.
I think if the Diamondbacks have the momentum that they had,
Well, they haven't really lost anybody.
no, they haven't
No,
really.
they
They've only
haven't.
gained so much more depth,
They've-
and that's
they've
what I'm
literally
saying.
just
I think
gained.
they will make. I think they will make the World Series this year. Again, I don't know who the American League will be, but like
Gonna be
You
the
already
Guardians.
know.
The
Just kidding.
Guardians.
I think we might see the Braves back in the World Series this year as well.
I hope not.
But all right, I give mine. Go ahead, you guys.
All right, Thatcher.
I think that the Mariners make the playoffs, and I think that we make a real push for our division.
Okay.
I think that now I think the Rangers are going to drop off a bit. That's why I think they
I was
may
about to
not
ask
be
you-
as good as last year.
I was about to ask you about the Texas Rangers.
So I don't think they'll be as good probably. And I feel like the Astros are always going to be the Astros. So like they're just a known quantity. So I think we actually dominated the Astros in our series with them last year. So if you can just, all we really need to do is just, this sounds so stupid, win the games that you should win. Like that's the reality. And I think with getting rid of Teo, it actually really helps because Homie was just a detriment to our lineup. He was so bad last year. So my prediction for my team is that we make the playoffs and make a real push for the AL West.
Okay.
My prediction for the like broad scope of things is that the Dodgers don't win their division. They scrape into the playoffs
I like that answer.
and they lose the first round.
Who do you think will challenge the Dodgers in that division?
The team that Zach just said are going to go to the World Series.
Oh, the Diamondbacks. Yeah.
Hell, man, if
I
San
think-
Francisco challenges them, I'll be fine with that too.
So maybe I'll just, you know what? I'll change it. I'll say that the division is really close. The NL West is close, and that the Dodgers don't even make it out of the first round.
Mm, that's a big one.
Hot take.
That's a big
I
one.
forgot the Padres don't have Juan Soto anymore, and Trent Grisham.
Yeah.
I
Their
changed my mind about the
outfielders-
American League. I think it's going to be the Yankees that make the World Series this year.
Mm. They can't hit
Think
anywhere
Soto
outside
does
their
well over there?
stadium.
What's that?
What?
What'd you say, Tata?
I said you think Soto does well?
I think so.
Well, of course he's gonna do well in a Fisher Price Stadium. Golly, bro. They can't hit anywhere outside of Yankee Stadium.
That's true. All right, Elijah.
For my team, I think that we're probably gonna win the AL Central this year because we haven't necessarily lost anybody,
Yeah, and the Twins lost.
and the Twins have lost a lot,
Yeah.
Polanco.
and the White Sox are still the White Sox. I think the Royals will make a big jump to probably second in the division, and I also think that this because J Ram did not win or did not get the cover, that he's going to be motivated to win the MVP.
Think about how good Julio was last year too, because and
Right.
Chisholm was awful, like injured the whole
Hey,
season.
Exactly.
So that means
J-Ram-
by that theory, Vlad's
Vlad.
gonna get injured.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we don't wish injury on anybody.
I said by that theory. I didn't say it would be a good thing.
Remember the cover athlete theory we talked about like a year ago?
Yeah, but that was with Madden.
That was a Madden.
I think we talked about everyone. I'm pretty sure.
Although, hey, the Kyrie 2K cover that kind of ruined him. So
Well, because literally it started with him in a Cavs uniform, and then
I
they
know.
had to change it to a Celtics uniform.
you know that's
he
the
got
only
traded.
reason I bought the game. It was because he was in a Cavs uniform.
Did you get the Cavaliers cover?
No, because it was digital. So I
Mm.
switched. So
You got clickbaited, bro.
I got clickbaited, bro. I
Wait,
want
so
my-
okay,
I
so
want my
you
money
think
back.
that the Guardians win their division? Then what's your take for the league?
The Cincinnati Reds make it to the World Series.
Ooh.
I don't hate that.
No.
I think De La Cruz is gonna just keep getting better,
De La Cruz,
if
Hunter
that's
Green,
even possible.
Jonathan India.
They don't have Votto anymore though.
Yeah, I
No,
do think
but
that's a
Votto-
miss.
No, I
Votto
hope
didn't really contribute last year.
No, but in
Yeah.
terms of clubhouse, that's
I'm sure
not
I'm
great.
sure if they make the playoffs, they'll bring him back in some capacity for just playoff experience.
But didn't who just got assigned somewhere that's like an old dude? Somebody just got assigned somewhere that I feel like Zach sent it to me. Hang on. I thought for a second it was Votto, but it wasn't. Hang on. I'm gonna look it up.
Bro, imagine
Uh,
a Reds Guardians World Series. I would cry.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you
awesome.
don't. I mean, it's in your dreams, literally. So
Yeah, I know. It'll never happen.
I'm just gonna say
Right.
this: the Diamondbacks went from the wild card to the World Series
Yeah.
last year.
Man, bro, what a journey that
wow,
was.
can't wait for the come up of the Mariners not making it at all to the World Series. Can't wait.
You guys don't have a
Um,
world. You guys are the only team that don't have a World Series appearance, right?
Yep.
Correct. Until this year, it changes.
The City
Giants,
Connect, the power of
Mariners.
my City Connect jersey this year.
Oh,
Giants,
bro,
Mariners.
the Guardians better get a City Connect jersey.
The Jaguardians.
If
I'm
they
gonna
don't,
throw my computer if they don't.
yeah, I was gonna say if they don't get one this year, because there's not a lot of teams that don't have them. The Cardinals don't have them.
You would think they'd probably just do the rest.
Yeah, right.
How many more here, real quick? I love that we
believe-
just went to baseball. I'm gonna go through.
I believe it's
how many more?
Cardinals, Cleveland,
Yankees, but I don't know. if they'll get one.
Yankees and Mets.
Okay,
Well,
so
do you
hang
think
on.
the
Yeah,
Yankees
I'm
will
just
even
gonna.
get one with how traditional they are.
Blue
I
Jays
know.
don't have one.
Blue Jays don't have one
Blue
either.
Jays don't have
So
one.
here we go. Blue Jays don't have one. Yankees don't have one. The Twins have one, right?
Yes.
Yes,
They
it's
just
the Twin
got one.
Cities. They have the Twin
Yeah.
Cities.
The Tigers don't have one.
Really?
The Guardians don't have one.
Yeah.
The A's don't have one.
Just like they don't have a stadium.
Until they come to Utah. The Phillies are about to have one. We know that.
Mhm.
I thought they already had one.
No.
No.
Their powder blue wasn't a City
That's
Connect.
their
They just
throwback.
always
That's
have
their-
that one.
Ooh.
The Brewers got one.
Mhm.
Brew
The
City, baby.
Cubs. Do the Cubs have one?
Cubs have
Yeah, they
one.
do. They
The
have that
Wrigleyville-
fire.
The
Wrigleyville.
Is
Wrigleyville.
awesome.
The Wrigleyville Navy Blue.
Yeah, I love the Wrigleyville one. The Reds got one. The Pirates got one. So yeah, St. Louis needs one. Yeah, that's it. So really not that many teams.
So St. Louis,
St.
Yankees,
Louis, Toronto,
Toronto,
Yankees,
Guardians,
Detroit, Cleveland, Oakland,
Oakland.
and yeah, and St. Louis. Yeah.
Bro, they can pop those all out in one go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they did. That's what they did the first year. Like they did the
'Cause
whole NL West.
they've done like them in bunches.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
did the whole NL West the first year.
Yeah, that's stupid. They shouldn't do division by division. They should do like they should have gone like a few in each.
Well, I
Mhm.
think they eventually did because the Royals and the Twins have one.
And the
Is the
Marlins.
Royals? Oh, the Royals is one
Oh,
I
and
don't
the White
like.
Sox.
The Royals one is that navy with like the weird fountain logo
I
thing.
like that one. That one's fire.
What's your guys' least favorite City Connect jersey now?
I feel like we've been over this, but
I think
I
it definitely has changed now because we
Opinions
had
change. Yeah,
yeah,
opinions.
yeah. Okay, hang on. I'm
we've
just gonna
had more release. And
yeah.
obviously the Nationals one. The Nationals ones
We'll
they're
go.
taking away,
We'll
which is
go favorite
stupid.
and least favorite.
Okay,
We'll
I'm
go
gonna just
favorite and
look
least favorite.
if you guys want to all look them up too, just in
Yeah.
case, but I'm gonna look them up so I can look at them just because I can't always remember.
I already know what the one I hate.
I already know my favorite one.
I mean, I'm biased the Mariners, but they don't have the best one. Like I know that.
Bro, ESPN ranked Colorado's as number one.
I think that one's horrendous, by the way.
Disgusting.
I
Um,
like it.
do they have Mariners at 4? Which one do I not? I know I don't like the Red Sox one, but it's because I know like even though I know the meaning behind it, so I
Oh,
like
the
it more.
Rangers one, bro.
Rangers one was nice.
Gosh, forgot about that.
Serpientes.
That one's really good. Pittsburgh's is so mid. Bro, how do they have the Braves one at 18?
Okay, I know my least favorite one.
Okay, what's your least favorite one?
Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. Now it's between the Dodgers and the Giants.
I was gonna say that too, actually.
Excuse you.
Yours are not good.
Yours are garbage.
I like
bro.
ours.
Yours are
The
so
only good
bad.
thing about your guys' City Connect is the hats.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
You just said I agree, so you know that they're bad.
I know. I was just calling you guys out for no reason.
The thing
I
is
just-
also you need a uniform that looks good during the day and at night. Your guys' City Connects do not look good during the day.
The only thing is like we have an orange one, we have a black jersey, obviously, and a white and a cream jersey. Cream.
Yeah, I mean your cream jersey is the best jersey.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite one, Elijah?
Mine is between the Reds and the Rangers, but the Reds edge it out. So
I think my favorite, I cannot believe that they have the Rockies at number 1. I would say in terms of least favorite, I'll just change it up from Elijah. I think the Dodgers one's pretty bad just because it's like not different at all.
Nope.
But I'll say the Giants and the Rockies are joint for me with worst.
Rockies, really?
I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I think it
Right.
looks bad.
But would you rank the Royals, the Orioles over the Rockies ones?
So here's my thing.
I like the Royals one, but
here's my thing, and this is just such a funny base. It's like the Rockies one is such a big swing and a miss. Like it like I really like the idea and like the concept behind it to do like the license plate, but it just looks so bad. Like when I've seen it on the field, I'm like, that just looks horrible. So I'd rather teams play it safe for a uniform that looks better than a team goes way out and it looks awful.
Right.
So like I'll give the Rockies credit for like going out there, but I just don't think it looks good. That's why I rank the Giants one bad too, is because they went out of their way to make it different and it's bad.
Right. Like if they would have just done like a simple orange jersey with like a cream lettering and stuff with a black outline.
Or if they would have put like put the Golden Gate Bridge somewhere that's not on the sleeves, because that one just it's so weird to me.
Put it on the butt.
Yes.
Put it right there.
Across the cheeks. Yeah. I love that.
I'll put it on the chest.
Okay, but my favorite,
the Golden Gate cheeks.
I think the Angels have a really nice one, by the way. The Golden Gate cheeks, yeah.
We might as well just be the San Francisco Golden Gate cheeks.
No, just the San Francisco cheeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, hang on. The Angels one is really, really nice. I really like the Angels one. And then I would probably say the Marlins one is so nice.
You think so?
I like the Marlins.
So
I like the red and the blue.
Okay, but you know what? I'll do this since I know Zach likes that one so much. I'll say the Angels and the Washington one.
We
The one
can't
that
count
they're getting
Washington
rid of.
anymore because that's
I
not a
know,
thing.
it's so
But
stupid.
they still have it this
Oh,
season.
they
This is
still
the
have it
last
this
season.
season, so yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
I just think it looks so much better than the rest of their uniforms that I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
incredible. But I love the Mariners one, obviously. But I just think the Mariners like, and with the logo on the hat too. Okay,
All right.
Zach, two least favorite, two favorite. I guess we've gone to twos instead because it's so hard.
I have three that are not my favorite.
Bro, you
That's
always
fine.
have to break the mold. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow, gosh,
the
you just
mold
always
first.
have to be different.
But I don't like Colorado. I think we all don't
Yeah.
like Colorados. I don't like Boston's, honestly. Like I get the meaning behind it, but the colors just throw me off.
Yeah,
You know?
and the hat with the blue looks like the UCLA one because
Yeah.
that's what the UCLA Bruins use.
Yeah. And to be honest, I don't like the Angels one. It's not my favorite. But it's
I
not the bottom.
love it.
It's not at the bottom, which is the part
I think it
where I'm like,
looks so good.
yeah.
I love the Angels one.
It looks a little basic to me, a little bit, you know? But
Yeah, but
that's
I
just
like the
me.
color.
The
It's like a
color, the
tan like
color's
sand
nice.
color.
The color's nice,
Any
but you have the Serpientes jersey where it's like more deserty, you know?
but they weren't going for desert. They were going for beach.
I know.
Any off-white jersey is gonna get me.
Also,
Yeah.
honorable mention: the Brewers City Connect one is kind of fire.
Yeah. But
Yeah, the Brew Crew.
Yeah,
my two favorites are probably the Marlins one and the Reds. I really like the Reds this year, like last year when they revealed those. They were really sick. I think the
I do
Giants,
wish there was kind of more on the jersey itself. I don't know why, but I
right?
feel like it's missing
Or
something.
like the pinstripes maybe like on some of those.
Yeah, or just like I don't like that they have like the stripes on the sleeves, but then they don't have anything other than Cincy here. It's like weird to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
Like
it's fine.
the
But,
White Sox one, the South Side one, they do have stripes.
well, the South Side one's so good.
Yeah, it's really good.
you
But
know, I'm gonna change my answer. I know I said Cincinnati, but I'm going with the Rangers. I can't get it out of my mind. That one's just
I like the rain. Okay, a hot take. The Rangers, well, not really hot take. The Rangers, like gear for the City Connect is better than the actual uniform. Like if you go
mm,
look on their website for like the hoodies and t-shirts and hats and stuff that you can buy for it,
right.
like those are better than the actual jersey.
Hmm. I mean, they can. I guess it makes sense because they can do a lot more with like the really good coloring and logo.
he's
Like they have
right.
this really cool hoodie with like the line, like some sort of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
He's
it's
right.
I
so
saw that.
sick.
He's
Yeah.
right.
That's fire.
Okay, but the hat's really good. Like the TX hat is so good.
I like
Yeah.
it. I like it. I think the Giants need to rebrand their City Connect. If I'm going to
Yeah,
be
but you're not gonna be
honest.
able to rebrand until every team actually has one.
Right.
Yeah. Or because we were the first team. I think when did City Connect start? 2020 or 2019?
2019. It was pre-COVID, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
So I think it'd
Because
be
the first ones that came out were the Dodgers. I mean, not the Dodgers, the Padres. I know those were new. I like those were like one of the first.
I think the whole NLS
So
got them.
bad. The Padres are so bad.
They're gonna be not the greatest
Is it
this
bad
year.
that I
Uniforms.
can't decide if I like the Padres one or I hate it?
No, it's normal.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like one of those where I'm like, it's kind of cool, but it's also really ugly.
Yeah.
The hat is fire. The Padres hat with like the teal and the pink, fire.
That's what the jersey they should have done,
They should have
honestly.
made it turquoise with pink instead of
Instead of
white with
white.
yellow. Okay,
Yeah.
actually, the yellow is the only part that throws off the whole uniform.
hmm
That's true. That is true.
Because there's no yellow anywhere else in the whole uniform.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The font's kind of cool too, how it's just kind of like weird, but I like it.
Yeah. All right. I think this will be doing it for us. We've been going for an hour now, almost.
Yes.
So kind of back.
Baseball.
We're gonna
Baseball.
kind of transition into other sports after the Super Bowl. We got Champions League coming up in 2 weeks. The 13th are the first leg games. So me and Thatcher are excited because our teams did make the first leg of round 16. So, yeah, and obviously what we have in our mock draft as usual come up in
I'm
the,
so hyped for that, y'all.
I
I love
know.
mock drafts.
I think doing a
That's one
mock
of our
draft,
most viewed episodes too. And
yeah,
it's an hour and 20 minutes and it's still one of like the most viewed ones. So
yeah,
hyped.
I think so. Actually, no, I want to do this real quick before we end. What has been your guys' favorite episode we have recorded so far?
I think episode's really hard because
I
like
know
Yeah,
there's so many, but
I would say, well, okay, like in terms of iconicness, it has to be Caleb's rant. Has to be. But episode. I think the mock draft one was so fun for me
I think so too.
because like I just liked that we were all able to like we pulled it up and like went through and stuff. Like that was so fun for me.
Hey,
But like
my team's got a first round pick this year. Thank
yeah,
God.
crazy.
Unless we
Yeah, because
trade out
mine
of
was
it
the only
again.
one that did last year. That was funny.
Yeah, because the Browns didn't have one last year, did they?
what?
A first
No.
round pick.
No, we don't have
They were
one this
still
year
paying
either.
for Deshaun.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the last year we give up our first round pick.
Hmm. That's right.
Let's see.
What about you, Zach?
Ooh, I really liked our Andrea when we had Andrea on.
Yeah, that was super fun and interesting.
I really liked having her on, and we're obviously gonna have her on again. I think we're gonna plan on having her on March Madness.
Yeah, we should try to get her on around then.
Yeah. Or we can have her on for we could have had her on this week, but I think that kind of would have been sad because she was a Detroit fan. But
Yeah.
um
I think I like that one. I'd say that one or the mock draft, just because I really had a lot of fun with the mock draft one.
yeah, I would say so too. Like I really like doing I like doing mock draft with you guys. This is so interesting on what you guys
Because we all have a little
think.
bit different like opinion on like where players should go.
Yeah,
Yeah, the mock
exactly.
draft one is probably my favorite.
Yeah. Also, like in terms of moments, the Caleb moment, and then also, I don't know, low key that no offense, Zach, but the moment where Elijah was making fun of the Broncos for getting blown out by the Dolphins was pretty
Both of
good.
you were doing it.
Yeah, because I grabbed my Dolphins jersey and put it on. Like it was pretty fun.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the old episodes. My hair was cooked back then. What the heck? Yeah.
uh
Well, I'm glad that
I have to say,
we've been doing it for like a year now.
yeah.
So
I have to say I had our free agency one too.
Bro, my beard was cooked too, man. Holy cow. Uh,
Elijah, we've
yeah.
just learned that Elijah is cooked.
Yep.
Nah, bro.
Elijah was cooked.
I was cooked. Yeah.
We let him cool off a little bit. Now he's good.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
Hey,
baseball is almost back.
our most viewed episode now is the Broncos fed up.
Yeah, I know.
It's because of Thatcher's freaking hotness, apparently.
Yes.
Also, okay, no, wait. I also liked our NBA playoffs episode because we just kept going back and forth about our teams.
Oh yeah, and then you guys told me that the Pelicans wouldn't even make it into the playoffs, and then I said you're wrong, and then they did make it into the playoffs.
So,
Yeah.
did Elijah say his?
I don't know. The ones where we're all involved in like one thing. Like I know that sounds really stupid because it's like, well, we all talk about stuff. But like when we all have to like focus in on one thing, I
Yeah.
think it's a lot of fun. Like when Elijah and I had our soccer podcast that like didn't even go anywhere, but like it was so fun to do our World Cup bracket.
Bro.
Like
Yeah.
that it was iconic.
That was great.
So like I don't know. I think whenever we all like the City Connect, we just talked about City Connect uniforms for 20 minutes
Right.
Yeah.
because we all just like hone in on one thing.
We'll be,
So
I
whenever
think,
we
I
can,
think we'll definitely have a City Connect rankings episode once the rest of them release.
once all of them come out, then we
Yeah.
have hopefully we have all of them and we could do like a tier list.
Yep.
Yeah, and
that's
it's
what I
kind of
was
like how
thinking.
we did the play-in uniforms.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because we put a
Yeah.
tier list on that one
We
too.
Uh-huh.
did do that.
And we did another one. I don't. Oh yeah, the courts. We did the courts too.
Yeah.
So, but
Nice.
they're saying before we end, they're saying that Denver might trade up to 2 and
That
trade
would be so
Sertan.
stupid.
I know, and I'm like,
You
why
only
would
trade
we
up that
trade?
high for Caleb Williams.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want
Yeah, that's
Caleb
what they're going
Williams.
for.
Yeah, but the Bears are going to trade Fields, I think.
I think Denver gets Fields, to be honest.
Well, then you don't trade up to 2 because
No.
Okay. Here's okay. I have a question. I know this is going on long, but we keep bringing up stuff that
it's all right. We're vibing. Hang on though.
Okay.
What you do?
The Vikings are not re-signing Kirk Cousins.
You're serious?
I don't think they will.
Wow.
He's getting old and he's wanting a lot of money. I think the Vikings get Zach Wilson or Justin Fields. Because they definitely had interest in Justin Fields during the draft. As a Broncos fan, would you rather trade up and give away one of the best corners in the league to get Caleb Williams or sign Kirk Cousins?
I don't know. Because Kirk's old. And like you said, Kirk's old. And the only other thing is that Caleb Williams just wants so much from
Right.
any team that drafts him. So I don't think that we do trade up.
Yeah, I don't think. I
But
mean, because you'd have to, because you'd have to trade with the Bears.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. And like I would much rather if we were going to trade, I'd much rather trade Fields for Fields, give the Bears Russ so that way if Russ like is a starter at first and then Caleb Williams can just kind of watch under him at first.
But they don't want that contract.
No, they probably don't. I mean, they have a lot of cap though. That's the other thing. They're gonna have a
Right, but
they're still first in cap after this year, like after the Super Bowl. That's the other thing.
right.
And I would much rather Fields just because he's younger. And I
Mhm.
think that Peyton can do something good with Fields and get him more developed because obviously Chicago's not utilizing his full skill set,
Okay, I
right?
have a question. I have a question. Would okay. Would you trade Sertan and Javonte Williams for a first for the number one overall pick? And
You're gonna have to give up more than that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, well, you will. Yeah, you will. But like
Sertan, Javonte, and 2 firsts, probably.
right, something like that. But actually, no, never mind. That doesn't make any sense because then you want Fields in return. So then you wouldn't draft Caleb.
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't make any sense. Never mind.
Yeah, we
So
can
I
get
think you either trade up to get Caleb or you trade for Fields, but you don't want to do both.
yeah, exactly. Or like you go
You
get
trade to
you
get
go
Fields and then you trade up to go to the 2.
right.
Unless you trade up to 1, get Fields, and then draft Marvin Harrison.
That would be such a dub.
Or you could trade up to 2 and get Harrison.
Yeah.
Because
Right,
the
but if
Bears
you
would then draft Caleb if
right,
you
but
took Fields.
then if
But
you
we would also have to give up a first round pick for Fields.
No. Absolutely not.
no, what? No.
Maybe a
You don't.
second.
I don't think you even have to give up anything more than a 3 for Fields.
Yeah, you probably give up a 3.
I would say a 2 or a 3 or both. I think
No
a 2 or a
way.
3.
No shot you have to give up a 2 and a 3 for Fields. There's no
Yeah.
way. He's not that good. At least currently, he's not.
Yeah.
He can be. He can be.
He can be, but I think you'd have to give up maybe a 3 and a 4 or a 3 and a player.
Yeah, and Eberflus has not done a good job. So,
No, I think that would be super interesting.
yeah. But trading Sertan is the stupidest move that George Payton could make right now, especially
George
after
Payton.
drafting him in his first year.
Who is George Payton?
Our GM.
So you have Sean Payton and George Payton?
Mhm.
That's funny.
Wow, neither of them are doing a good job. Imagine.
Yeah, really. I think George Payton's doing a better job than LA did as our GM.
Well, yeah.
So
I mean, you ran Elway out of town because he was so bad.
he's in the front office,
Yeah,
doing
in
something.
a non-important position now. Like he's like in charge of making the new uniforms. That's why they've been taking so long.
Oh, yeah, our new uniforms. Once those come out, we're gonna definitely judge them a little bit. Kind of
I mean, if
depends.
they're from what the leaks are, I like them more than your current ones.
Me too. And if we
I
change,
mean, it
like,
doesn't take much. I don't think your current ones are good.
no, I like our all whites though. All whites.
Yeah,
are kinda clean.
the only part I don't like about your jerseys are the thing like where they come up like that. Like
Mhm.
I don't
stripes.
like that. Yeah, I don't like
Yeah.
that.
I don't mind it. I think it.
But also, like,
We're
I
just-
guess when I'm not used to like watching them 24/7, I'm like every time I see them, like,
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It can be weird.
the Saints should never change their uniforms.
Wait, hold on. You guys could trade for a first if we give you a second for like Judy.
You guys don't have a first.
No,
No,
he said
like,
give it.
you could use-
They'd give you a
we-
second.
Yeah, we'd give you a second
Oh.
for Judy and then use that second to get a
I don't
first.
think Judy's worth a second.
I don't think so either, but he's
I think
probably
he's probably worth a third.
he's more proven than any wide receiver we could get in the draft in the second round.
Yeah.
It's just I think a lot of it too is like once because teams will put out like to other teams that they're willing to listen to trades for certain players. So I think when we're gonna see moves, we're gonna see moves when Chicago tells teams what they're gonna do with Fields.
Yeah.
Like the Browns have definitely not been the best at developing wide receivers. But bro, imagine if we have Amari Cooper, T. Higgins, and Jerry Judy as
That
our
will
three.
never
Are
happen.
you guys losing Elijah Moore this year?
Probably. Unless we resign him.
The thing is, Elijah, you have to re-sign Cooper.
Yeah.
Then you'd have to take on Judy's contract, and you'd have
What
to
is
sign
Judy's
T.
contract?
He's still on his rookie contract.
Okay.
But then you'd have to sign T. Higgins on top of Amari Cooper. I don't think you could afford all three.
If anyone's gonna do it, it's gonna be Andrew Berry.
Yeah, but I think it's really wishful thinking to think you're gonna end up with all three.
Yeah, Judy's on
I
his
think
last year.
I think one of the two is realistic though. Like I think getting T or Judy's realistic.
Right.
Mhm. But yeah, Judy's on his last year's rookie contract because he got drafted in 2020, and this would be the fourth
Mhm.
year. But I think he has a fifth-year option.
Yeah.
So if you guys do get him, and you guys can pick up the fifth-year option cheap, and then when you
Right.
guys get more money, you could re-sign him and let him go.
Right. I mean, we'd have to take a hit on defense, which I'm fine with because Darius Smith didn't do much anyway. So.
Yeah. So all right.
Whoa, hold up. Sorry, real quick. Nick Wright. Do you guys know who Nick Wright is?
Not really.
He is an analyst for he's on Fox Sports. He has a show called First Things First.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
So you know how he does his like pyramids of quarterbacks?
Yeah.
So he just did the all-time edition.
Okay.
I'm gonna read this list out. You just need to tell me who's missing.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so he's got Brady at the top, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then Mahomes and Peyton
Mhm.
Manning. Then Montana, Marino, Elway, Rogers, Favre, Staubach, Young.
Breeze
No,
is missing.
That's awful.
Breeze is missing.
First of all, where in the world Breeze should be ahead
should
of
be
Peyton
with-
Manning?
He should be with Peyton and Mahomes.
Yeah.
If you're gonna put him, how do you not?
Eli's missing
Also-
too. Eli's missing too.
No, Eli. I mean, Eli is fine and all, but he's not.
Eli Manning is Tom Brady's father. All right.
That doesn't mean anything.
This isn't Tom Brady's father mountain. It's all time.
And this is all time, right?
So you have the bottom tier is Steve Young, Roger Staubach, Brett Favre, and Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, where in the world is
Where's
Otto
Aaron-
Graham?
Of course,
If
Aaron
we're going
Rodgers is
all-time,
down there.
Where's Otto Graham?
The one that just I'm seriously so fuming that he wouldn't put Drew Brees on there.
Drew Brees should be on there, and Otto Graham should be on there.
I agree.
That's absurd.
I agree. I don't know why my camera keeps turning off. Hold on.
Hold on, let me see. Otto Graham won 6 NFL championships, and he's not on the all-time list. What?
All right, now we legitimately all have to like collectively not look at anything
There we
else
go.
or say anything else and just say bye because we will keep just going.
Wait, the Guardians jerseys just leaked? No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, they're all trash can colored? What?
Yo, okay. Hey, we have 2 World Series trophies. You guys haven't even touched
Dude,
one.
you keep saying that, but it's like post World War II by like a year. Like that does not even count.
In fact, 3 years. But
Wow. I'm floored.
yeah, 1920 and 1948. Get your facts straight.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Incredible.
Incredible.
We should end. Because
Dude,
it's
did
gonna
they even
become
have
a
rings back
dogfight.
then, or did they just give
Yes,
him
they
a pat
had-
on the back?
No, they had rings back then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they
Yeah.
probably didn't even like. They're probably just like little wooden.
Little
circles.
wooden things.
Yeah.
That's probably all you guys get.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's the same way as what you have, then I guess
Oh my
Hot take.
Lord.
that shouldn't even count as a World Series because it's like
Okay.
10 years ago.
Oh,
Are we-
okay. Okay.
Are we really about to have another rant where the Mickey ring doesn't exist?
That wasn't me. That was Caleb.
I know it's gonna be similar.
Not
Bro,
really.
we've been in the World Series 3 times in the last 20 years.
How many rings did you win in those 20 years?
How many times have you been in the World Series?
Doesn't matter. I'm not flexing about being in the World Series.
You're the only team. It's just funny how you're the only team in the entire league.
That is pretty wild, right?
That's
Did you
wild.
know that I didn't know that when I started? Because I knew they hadn't won any, but I was like, wow, we're the only team.
Only team.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Until this year changes this year. Julio Rodriguez is gonna hit like 200 home runs.
Bring back Ichiro.
Yeah, dude, he could do bits.
He could do bits. He could still
dude,
play.
Homie's still so good.
Still play.
Dude, he's always out there with them, and they said that like he literally could play right now.
He could.
Bro,
put him out in right field.
Once we make the World Series, we'll consider it.
Ken Griffey Jr. comes out of retirement. Well,
bro, he could do bits too.
he could do
Bro, we'd make an all-time roster right there.
Bro,
we wouldn't even pay Griffey. We would just trade for him from the Reds.
So because he retired
and we just get him for free. Elite.
Oh yeah.
Wait, where's the All-Star game this year?
A good question.
Sorry, I don't know where that came from, and I don't know where it went.
It's in it's in Arlington.
Yeah, it's in Texas.
Oh, okay. Got it. I just couldn't remember.
The next 3 years are Arlington, Atlanta, and Philadelphia.
Those are dub cities to go to.
Yeah.
Not as good.
Actually, Arlington's low key an L because like it's far away from everything.
But they have a nice stadium, so I'll take it.
Yeah. It's just far away. That's why like having like an Atlanta or Philly, I'm pretty sure both of those are pretty downtown. So
hey, you guys want to listen to this?
Downtown.
The last time that San Francisco hosted the All-Star game was in 2007.
Yeah, because their stadium is old.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
We need to renovate our stadium. No, I like our stadium.
Pretty though.
It's really pretty. I love it there.
You guys just need to modernize it a bit.
Well, and it's okay, but let's like, is it the stadium that's even that pretty, or is it just the fact that it's right on the water?
Yeah,
I think it's it being on the water.
The water.
Also, the logistics of having an All-Star game in San Francisco are hard.
Why?
Well, we did it in Utah, so.
But San Francisco is like a whole nother beast.
That's true.
Yeah,
it's really compact.
There's stuff to do.
Yeah, like
when I went
sourdough bread.
Yes, and like
or get crack
fall
bread
down the freaking what's it called street.
Yeah,
get poked by an unknown needle by a homeless man.
Step on an unknown needle, you know.
It's like when I went to Cincinnati, 2017. Like everything was just so closely bunched. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
You think Cincinnati's closely bunched? Cleveland, you can literally walk from the football stadium to the basketball stadium to the
that was like
15 minutes.
That was like that's how it was with the Reds, because you could walk to Paul Brown Stadium when it was called at the time.
I've been to Cincinnati before. What'd you say, Thatcher?
I said that's how it should be. Like I think all sports stadiums should be close together.
Yeah.
Yep.
So well,
all right.
That's it.
Hour and 10,000 minutes later. Hey, you know what? We thought that last week we would do a shorter episode and that would like make it happen, and it didn't really change anything. So we're just gonna do what we want.
Yeah, you guys don't watch us.
Yeah. When we're famous, we'll target you guys totally.
Yeah. As soon as this ends, the Commanders are going to hire their head coach.
I guarantee, even though we went for like an hour and a half, it's going to be like, well, Commanders hired Bill Belichick. I'm like, oh,
yep.
All right. We just go back, re-record another 3 hours. We'll be good.
Hold on. Yeah. One more thing just for Thatcher.
Oh gosh.
Who Brock Purdy just became the 49ers quarterback with the highest passer rating in a single season in 49ers history.
That's so cool for him.
Yeah.
He's still mid.
And the other two won Super Bowl and Super Bowl MVP. So
dude, watch him, and now he's gonna lose a Super Bowl, and then
he's gonna win MVP.
It's not even gonna matter.
Super Bowl.
What?
He's gonna win MVP and then lose the Super Bowl.
He's not gonna win MVP.
No, he's not.
He's not.
I don't even know. I don't even know who the MVP. I don't even know who the MVP candidates are.
McCaffrey is the more valuable player on that same team.
Yeah,
I will defend that to my grave. You can't win MVP if you're not even the most valuable player on your team.
Yeah.
Mid.
Okay, wait. I have a question though. Do you think they do? Do you think they do better with McCaffrey and a bad quarterback or Purdy and a mid running back?
I mean, look at Jimmy Garoppolo.
We'll define bad quarterback. What quarterback are we putting in that game? Derek Carr.
Sam
So
Darnold
Derek
or
Carr,
Derek
and Christian McCaffrey. I think Derek Carr probably does about the same as Brock Purdy. But
Okay, get out of here. In
You
the
got
episode.
Kamara. First of
not
all,
in terms of,
episode.
but not in terms of stats. In terms of like, I think Carr could get them to a Super Bowl with that same team.
Bro, Carr couldn't get anywhere.
Okay, no, but I think McCaffrey is more valuable on that team than Brock Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
like putting
So
Zach
the
Wilson
real
with
question you
Peyton
should be
Manning.
asking, yeah. So Purdy without McCaffrey and like a bad running back doesn't make it as far. That's my answer.
Okay, yeah, I see that. That's fair.
Like if you say like Purdy and like,
Elijah Mitchell.
yeah, there you go. Then I don't think they make it as far.
What about Purdy and Elijah Murray?
I think they make it even farther. I
Past
think
the
they
Super Bowl.
win 7 Super Bowls in a row
Yeah, then he blows out his
until
knee.
Elijah re-injures his knee 7
Yeah.
years later.
Just blows
And
out his
he
knee.
rehabs for 2 years, comes back, and then they win another 7.
It was like I never left.
Yep.
All righty.
All right.
I think yeah.
Hey, when you asked what our favorite episode was, I have an answer. This one. But this is what happens when we're in this whole zone of like no sports are really going on.
Yeah.
Like we just have to make our own stories.
You know what? Well,
Make
I'll
your
say
own
this.
story.
I'll say this when I'm doing the outro. But I hope you guys enjoyed this long ass episode. Love you all. Thank you for tuning in if you guys made it this far. But next week, we will preview the Super Bowl. And also, we will probably preview Champions League for the next week because they'll start on the Tuesday after we record. So we might preview some of those games, especially me and Thatcher's teams, because we play both on Tuesday, I believe, or you guys play that Wednesday. But I also thought about ranking all the NFL jerseys that are out right now, or we rank Color Rush if we wanted to do that.
That'd be so many.
That's a lot. That's a
Either we do Color Rush.
I think we wait because the Texans are supposed to get new uniforms, the Seahawks are supposed to get new uniforms, and the Broncos are probably getting new uniforms.
I have an even better idea. Rank every single major sports uniform in one tier list.
It's like a 7-hour episode.
Or we do hockey jerseys.
That's still a lot.
Yeah.
Each hockey team has like 3 or 4.
And speaking of jerseys, Zach, never wear that Cubs one again. It just makes me sad
You know
about
what?
2016.
Screw you.
Wow.
How
Back
about that?
flex on him.
I'm not
Cubs.
even a Cubs fan.
And it's a Chris Bryant jersey.
And of course it's Chris Bryant. Golly.
I like my jersey.
Yo.
I like my jersey.
I like it.
Alrighty.
Hey, wait. The fate was so good. Like because I was supposed to get a Teoscar one, and then they didn't have any more. So I said, get JP. JP went on to have like his best season ever, and Teo was ass.
You mean JP as in Jorge Polanco?
Oh, yeah. We're not even going to talk about that. We're just
Jorge
yes.
Polanco's on the Mariners now.
Ooh!
All right, guys. We will catch you guys next week. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Enjoy your sports-free weekend because it's a sad weekend this weekend because we had the flag football, Pro Bowl, stupid ass stuff. But we'll preview Super Bowl next week, and then we'll kind of go from there and see what else happens. Maybe the Commanders will finally hire their coach right after we get done recording. So have a good weekend, guys. Be safe. Enjoy this weather. It's 62 degrees here in Utah right now. It's kind of wild. Kind of never happened before in my lifetime living in Utah my whole life. So yeah, we're going to try and go enjoy that weather if we can. But bye, guys.
Bye.